programs and initiatives where we highlight true diversity and also inclusivity through means of cultures, businesses, business exchange, and promoting understanding. And Houston Africa Day serves as a prime example of that. We want to thank all of our special guests here. We have ambassadors, members of Houston's Consular Corps, members of the Houston City Council, participating partners, sponsors, volunteers, a lot of different people. We want to thank all of you for your continued support because it would not be a successful event without you. In fact, we have some very special ambassadors, I believe, here today. Ambassador from Rwanda is here, I believe. If you'll wait, raise your hand. All right, well, maybe they're on their way. I understand we also have an ambassador from Tanzania. We also have the Deputy Chief of Mission from the Gambia. And of course, as I mentioned, we have our AU Ambassador, Her Excellency, and she's going to be speaking to us in just a moment. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for traveling here. We hope you're enjoying yourself here. And I'm so excited this year because I did this event alone the year before, but they gave me a host. And I said, I want to have a host, somebody who really has a connection, not only to our community, but to the African culture. So I want her to come up here. Come on, let's give it up for Ugochi Iloka. She is a reporter, fantastic reporter. She's such a personality on KHOU Channel 11. And I was so excited when they said I was going to get to MC with her. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and kind of do what she does, and we're going to keep the program going. All right?
Thank you so much, Jonathan. I appreciate you. Can we give a round of applause to the Uganda Dance Troupe? Let's give a round of applause. That was amazing. I was dancing with them. I'm sure you keep me over there just joining in on the side. It was just amazing. So thank you all for really sharing Ugandan culture here tonight and really just representing your country so beautifully. As Jonathan mentioned, my name is Ugochi Iloka. I should say I'm from Ugochi Iloka. I'm from the Igbo tribe, from Nigeria, Nigerian American, born and raised here, but I also went to school in Nigeria, in Ugo to be exact. I was gone for 10 years, but I am happy to be back here with you tonight. Thank you so much for having me for Houston Africa Day reception. So I'm excited to be here and really showcase our heritage. All of Houston is really celebrating tonight with us, and we appreciate that so much. So I gave a shout out, of course, to the Ugandan dance troupe, and we are excited that they did such an amazing job. Who else loved their performance? Raise your hand if you loved it. Who was dancing in their seats? Anybody? I'm glad it wasn't just me. So we're gonna go ahead and bring up our next performer. It's Stacey Ebo. She is amazing. I met her at the Houston African Energy Summit. She is just incredible. She is a recording artist. She's also a registered nurse, a missionary. Y'all, she has a free clinic that offers free surgeries in Nigeria, our home country, and she just does amazing work. So I'm excited to bring her up now, to bring the house down just like she did last time. Come on, Stacey, give her a round of applause.
Hello, Houston. I can hear you tonight. Hello. Hi, everyone. If you can hear me, say hello. All right. So in my country, well, where I'm originally from, because I'm American, where I'm originally from, we say Kedu. When I say Kedu, you say Odima. Can we do that? All right. So when I say Kedu, you say Odima. All right. Kedu. Good job. Good job. All right. So tonight is a very special night because, of course, I just found out that the mayor is going to be transitioning to a bigger role. Guess what? The Lord told me to say something to you tonight. I'm going to start off with that before I do the song. And the Lord said, I'm doing a new thing for you. I'm doing a new thing for you. Once it is spoken, it will be done. 'Cause I'm doing a new thing for you. I want you to believe it. It's a season of change for you. And a season of going higher and higher. And God is going to establish you. And you're going to go to nations and nations beyond your dreams. And it will happen. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. So we celebrate you tonight. And Houston. We thank you so much and we appreciate you. All right. Yes, give it up for the mayor. Come on. All right. I'm gonna need everybody on your feet. Can we all stand up? I know you'll be eating and relaxing. Let's get up and we're gonna sing this song now. This song is the song of unity. There's so much that's been going on. Texas has suffered so much, you know, all the losses, all that's been going on. But I believe in one love. I believe that one love will hold us together. And I believe that one love will join us together. That if we share the love, there's going to be a better Houston, a better Africa, a better America, a better world. Amen? All right, so I want you to just swear on as we do this. All right. One love, one heart. Let's get together and be alright. Let's sing it together. One love, one heart.
There we go. All right, thank you so much. We're going to continue our program here. Introducing someone very special who I talked about just a bit earlier, a special guest and special friend to the city of Houston who has been beyond supportive of all of our city's African engagements. On behalf of Houstonians, we really want to thank her for her friendship and for truly being who you are to all of us, to the mayor's office, to the mayor's team, and of course to Mayor Turner himself. So if you didn't know, the African Union is a continental union consisting of 54 member states located, of course, on the continent of Africa. Ambassador Hilda Asuka is the permanent representative of the African Union to the United States of America. And her core mandate is to enhance and maintain existing bilateral ties. So these ties strengthen democratic institutions and also advance trade and investment for institutions, knowledge sharing. It also promotes peace and security, mutual relationships between the U.S. and again, all 55 AU member countries based on culture and shared values. Again, we are so honored to have her here again with us this year. How many years does this make for you? Three, yeah, I thought it was three. 3 years. Her Excellency Hilda Asuka. Let's welcome her today.
Good evening, Houstonians.
Good evening.
I'm very excited to be standing in front of you right now. I look forward to this trip to come to Houston. Though I may have other times that I come to Houston, but looking forward to come and celebrate Africa Day is so exciting for me. Yes, let me say, Honorable Mayor Sylvester Turner, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, sisters, brothers, and friends of Africa. It gives me great pleasure to be here among you this evening and greet you on this joyful and auspicious occasion. On behalf of His Excellency, Mr. Moussa Faki Mahamat, who is the chairperson of the African Union Commission. As together we celebrate the 60th anniversary of the establishment of our premier multilateral and continental organization, the Organization of African Unity, now the African Union. And pay tribute to our founding fathers and to those who, in the dawn of the 20th century, initiated this remarkable Pan-African journey. On this special day that marks the May 25, 1963 founding of the Organization of African Unity, the celebration of Africa Day 2023 in Houston, through unity. This special ceremony is a testimony of the commitment of Houston's exceptional mayor, the Honorable Sylvester Turner, to the enhancement of our long-standing historic and cultural relations between the United States and Africa in the ideals and values of Pan-Africanism, based particularly on active solidarity, is incarnated in our beloved organization, the African Union, the successor to the OAU, as we have shifted our objectives from essentially by political liberation to integration in the social, economic, and cultural development. Our celebration of Africa Day tonight with all of you is a moment that we cherish. As I have mentioned before, I look forward
to the Africa Day celebrations of Houston. I look forward, I prepare, I'm so excited. It is a moment of celebration, but also of connecting the past to the present and reflecting on this exalting journey. It has been 60 years since the decolonization of Africa began in earnest, and more than 30 years since the independence of a majority of African countries was achieved. At the time, leaders like the late Osayefo Kwame Nkrumah had declared with such high hopes that independent Africa will be a paradise. And I thank you, Mayor, for contributing to that paradise. You've worked so hard in the period that you've been in this position to ensure Africa will have paradise, and also the issues to mutually benefit, the US benefiting and Africa benefiting. And when I thought of Kwame Nkrumah, who declared that independent Africa will be a paradise, and he was not alone in this optimism. Indeed, the founding fathers of the Organization of African Unity, in framing the Charter, were mindful of the necessity of creating propitious environment for peace and development on the continent to provide our peoples with a better quality of life, which is what we are yearning for, which is what we are working for on a daily basis. And we love you, Houstonians, for joining us and showing interest on Africa to say we will work with you and we will make that difference that you are looking for. We thank you, Houstonians. Honorable Mayor, thank you. This year we celebrate Africa Day under the following theme. This is this year's theme, which whenever you feel like coming up with activities, this is the theme that we are advocating, that African Union is put on the table. Accelerating the African Continental Free Trade Area, which we are seeing as a policy framework, which is a flagship of Agenda 2063. And we're seeing it as the one that will pull all us Africans out of the doldrums and into that enlightenment, and which we are working on, also with the Mayor Tena and his team here in Houston. And all you Houstonians, I love the gravitation towards Africa. It's acceleration of African Continental Free Trade Area implementation, ensure it's functional. The choice of the theme by our heads of states and government reflects the importance our union attaches to speed up the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area and fast track the overall economic integration agenda of the continent. All of us know that Africa one day was one. It wasn't in those little pieces that we have. And our agitation today is to ensure that we come together. We're beginning with the regions where we're saying we come together. But up to the continent, we're doing a lot together. You may have heard of what Africa CDC did, ensuring we had one death is too many, but we managed to ensure we didn't have many casualties as it was viewed by some in the world. That was Africa CDC, and we worked together as the whole continent with our regions. And the theme of this year provides all of us with an excellent opportunity to highlight the various opportunities the AFCFTA provides for taking Africa-US trade and investment relations to a strategic level and to engage dialogue among all relevant stakeholders regarding accelerating the nexus of complementarity between AFCFTA and the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA, which we sincerely hope will be renewed as early as possible. I think most of us know about the issue of AGOA. The business people know about this issue of AGOA, which we are looking at and is a trump card that will help accelerate the AFCFTA for its implementation. I want to seize this opportunity to thank the United States for its support for the AFCFTA, but also for the historic, cultural and economic relations under the leadership of President Biden and Vice President Harris. In this collective effort, the African Union has always placed a particular emphasis on the role of the African youth and women, as well as the African diaspora, who accomplish remarkable work as efficient actors towards building the Africa we all want. I want to commend the Biden administration for placing the diaspora and placing high in its engagement with the continent of Africa. At the US Africa Summit, this came out very prominent, the issue of the diaspora. And the good thing Africa has, it's now policy frameworks put in place to ensure it's accepting its children, coming together and developing the interest to invest on the continent. We've been talking about this. We can talk more and more. But I see Mayor Tena is doing exactly that, what we are talking of, which is enshrined in the Constitution of the African Union. In the same vein, I cannot miss this opportunity to underscore the importance of building and reinforcing our partnership at the CITES level. I want to commend our gracious host, Honorable Mayor Tena, for his vision and leadership to take our collaboration to higher levels in many areas, including in energy, and as reflected by the great success of last year's Summit on Energy, which I had the pleasure to participate in, with many African ambassadors, about 22 ministers from Africa, and a head of state from Niger, President Bazoum. It was such a successful event. Sisters and brothers, we need to unite. The singer mentioned it. We need to unite around a common vision, shared values, collective awareness, and a strong commitments to Africa, as Africa will continue to speak increasingly with one voice and continue to protect and promote the interest of the continent on the world stage. There's definitely a need for all of us to be more actively involved to advance our shared values and interests, the unity and integration agenda of Africa. It is a collective ambition. Its realization requires, therefore, the involvement of all Africans in the support of the continent's strategic partners as the United States. On the ground, the African Union is making a tangible contribution to the improvement of livelihoods of the African people and supporting our member states to achieve the vision of Agenda 2063 that I mentioned earlier. Major initiatives include the launching of the single African air transport market. I think as we integrate and as we are putting together a climate that allows, an environment that allows business players to play in an international manner, that will attract the investors. This is what we've put in place. We've come up with this single African air transport market, as well as the signing of the African Container Free Trade Area and the protocol of free movement of persons and the African passport. We should take pride in these achievements. I would want to think as we work hard towards making Africa, for it to fit in the world stage, we will also be working with those who are in the international and those who are looking, who have that interest yourselves in the world stage, you Houstonians, and I thank you for that. You need a pump up. You must clap for Houston, which has done so well. As we celebrate Africa Day, let us, as African women and men, youth and the old, in the continent and the African diaspora and friends of Africa, rededicate ourselves to the realization of the African Union vision of an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa, driven by its own citizens and representing a dynamic force in the international arena. To conclude, allow me to express my sincere hope in that of the African Union Commission in particular, that we shall continue to benefit from and count on the support of our various partners in the United States. A good example is Houston, as well as the vibrant diaspora communities, as one of the driving forces in the conduct of an integration agenda assigned to us by the founding fathers of the Continental Organization. I remain excited over the prospects and the huge potential that collaboration with you, Honorable Mayor, and the key stakeholders in the State of House in the state of Texas holds for the development of U.S.-Africa relations in advancing them in areas of mutual interest where you have comparative advantages. Let's maintain and enhance this momentum for a strong partnership between you and the African Union that supports an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa. To all our friends, I want to say that the celebration of African Union at 60 just started and is expected to extend to African Union Day on September 9 and beyond under the slogan, Our Africa, Our Future. Happy celebrations to all of us. Thank you for your kind attention.
Our Mayor Turner, will you come on up to the stage, please? We have a special recognition for you from the African Union.
I want to say this relationship cannot go that silent. And I look forward to have the mayor, I think, coming up with a very big, saying a bye-bye to the people of Houston. And I look forward to come back. But I say to myself, in case it may not happen, I think I have to recognize his work. In Africa, he's known by each and every country in Africa. We thank you, Mayor Turner, and we thank you very much. And we thought we should give you this. You should see everything.
Our city is blessed with a robust and strong African diaspora. To highlight their contributions and support, the City of Houston and the organizing committee would like to honor the following individuals. for their incredible works for business, arts, and community service. Not only have these people been pillars of the African community in Houston, but their public service to our communities at large have been beyond amazing. For this, we are so proud to call them our friends. But most of all, proud to call them Houstonians. So we're going to honor our first person here. I have the pleasure of working with this man. He is great. His name is Debo Bolonosho. And my name is Ngozi Uloka with KG11 News, and we actually did a Black History Month story on Debo. So it's exciting to introduce him up here. This man is so passionate about educating people about the richness and the history of Africa. He goes above and beyond to let people know what it's about, maybe things you've never learned before. So Debo is the head of the Society for Africans in the Diaspora. The SET Institute is led by him, and this is a nonprofit that amplifies the global contributions of Africans in the diaspora through education and community building programs. So I want you all to give a round of applause for Debo Bolonosho. Come on, sister. Oh, yeah. And each award recipient here, we're going to have them actually stand on stage. Stay up here. Don't get off. Stay right here with your award. Let's give another round of applause, please. He does great work. If you haven't visited the SET Institute Library, the Pan-African Library on Westheimer, go check it out. It is amazing. You do not have to be African to check it out. You can learn some history, and it's going to be a lot of great gems I've never heard of before. So. Okay, so we're going to bring up for the Education Award, Veronica B. Ejewola Niwame. Veronica is a Nigerian-born second-generation American who currently serves as an associate professor of pharmacy practice at Texas Southern University, as an oncology clinical pharmacist at Houston Methodist Hospital. In addition to her clinical practice, she has taught and mentored over 500 PharmD and oncology students. That is huge. Let's give a round of applause for Veronica. Veronica, come to the stage. Looking lovely in that green. Thank you for your service. So we're going to have Jonathan come up and introduce the next two here. The next three.
All right, thank you, Gochi. Right now we have a business award we're going to give to Tunde Fasina. Tunde Fasina is a staple here in the community, and his business, Wazobia, you may have actually tasted the food, it's right back there, is a grocery store, restaurant, and a place of comfort for so many in our community. Now, Fasina is providing over 100,000 and has provided 100,000 in donations and aid and support of the community. So thank you, Tunde, for all you have done. Come on up and get your award. Thank you. All right, now we have another. He's got a whole group of supporters. They want you over here too. They want a picture. I think. Okay, well, he's. Awesome. Congratulations. Now we have another community award, and this is Reverend Nyla Cynthia Nelson. The Shrine Cultural and Event Center here in Houston, led by Reverend Nyla Cynthia Nelson, has been an integral part of African American history and culture since 1970. It continues to serve as a platform for Black authors, historians, poets, educators, and artists. So, Reverend Nelson, come on up here. Congratulations. Our community award. Awesome. Congratulations again. And now we have a Culture Award. A lot of you may know him if you've been around Houston for any amount of time. Perhaps you've seen him performing. He was here last year at the Africa Day celebration. Demola, a performing artist. He is a singer, songwriter, record producer, and award-winning, self-taught, multi-genre violinist. He is amazing, and he was born in Lagos, Nigeria, and has performed all over the world, including at the Houston Astros, Minute Maid Park, and the prestigious Hobby Center. He is just incredible. So if you haven't heard him, he doesn't have his violin today, but I'm telling you, he is one of a kind. Demola, come on up. Congratulations, our Culture Award tonight.
Give another round of applause. Very talented. This whole bunch of you, right? Okay. So for the Media Award, Afrocentric Television. Let's give a round of applause. You know them. Come on now. They do great work. Their awards. So we're gonna bring. So this is a minority-owned TV channel that serves the greater Houston area with the coverage of over 11 million households. Their mission is to empower, educate, and inspire viewers across the diaspora. We're gonna bring up who it's led by here, and that is Ola Ikimuma. And she come to the stage here. Is she here now? Where's she? Is that her? Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's give him a round of applause. Remember to stay on the stage. Thank you so much. And the Special Recognition Award, Chef Rafi Suleiman, originally from Lagos, Nigeria, Hilton Americas Houston's executive chef. Rafi Suleiman oversees all food operations and menu development for the Four Diamond 1,200 guest room hotel. His sustainable and unique menu creations celebrate authentic regional cuisine. Let's give him a round of applause to the chef. Make your way to the stage. Let's give everyone a round of applause right now, please. I need more than that. These people do great work for the community. And Mayor Turner's coming up now to take pictures with them, so we'll pause here for a bit. A round of applause, please. All right, as we're making our way down. All right, this next group. I know I'm ready. The Jacques Igura, the Rwandan traditional dancers, they are up next on the performing list. Get ready to be mesmerized by the Rwandan dance troupe. Now, Jacques, the Rwandan traditional dancers, will showcase the beauty of Rwandan dance. So get ready to learn something new tonight, right? With the dynamic movements and vibrant costumes. And you check them out over there. They will transport all of us to the enchanting world of Rwanda. Let's give it up for the next group. Woo!
also glad to have a number of elected officials here with us this afternoon. Of course, right here, I think she's on the phone right now, but she's always making her way around Houston. She is everywhere. We're talking about our Congresswoman, Sheila Jackson Lee, also candidate for mayor. We want to thank her for being here. Good to see you, Congresswoman, again this year. We also, I believe I saw Commissioner Rodney Ellis around here. Good to see you. Councilmember Carlos Cisneros. Thank you. I believe also so Councilmember Robert Gallegos, also a candidate. Okay, I think he was here somewhere in the back. State Representative Ron Reynolds was around earlier. Took a photo with him. I know he's here. All right, well, a lot of people are making their way. We're going to recognize some others, so if you know some other candidates who are here or elected officials, just let us know. We'll introduce you in just a moment. But we do want to move on with our program because we could not have done this event without some very special sponsors. You know, Africa Day, if you've been here the last few years, you know it is something that has grown in our community throughout the years. The event really started at City Hall, and now we are here at the George R. Brown Convention Center. For the large part, this is due to the generosity of Houston First, the Houston First Corporation, for sponsoring this beautiful space every year, this venue, providing staff members as well. Let's thank Houston First. That's why we're here, guys. They provided this awesome space. And representing Houston First to give us a few words is George Franz, the Senior VP of Tourism and Industry Relations. Come on up.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone for being here. On behalf of the board, the CEO, and the employees of Houston First, welcome and welcome to Africa Day. What an incredible honor this is for us. To have the 6th Africa Day here at the George R. Brown Convention Center is an absolute honor for us. Houston First is actually the organization that works to promote our great destination. We do that not only to bring major conventions that come into this building, but we also do it to bring visitors to come in and visit our great city for leisure purposes. And we can't do it without your support. We also certainly understand the value and importance of recognizing cultural and business ties between and business connections between Houston and Africa. That's why we want to join you this annual celebration showcasing African food, performing and visual art, education, and commerce. As the most diverse city in America, we're proud to honor and acknowledge the contributions the local African community has made to Houston. We know the representation of various African countries here in our very own H-Town is extensive, and your impact on the city is important. We're proud to say that more than 64,000 Africans call Houston home, and Houston has the largest Nigerian community in the nation. Africa is also one of Houston's top 50 global trade partners, and one of our goals as an organization is to support the increasing global understanding whenever possible. And in our case, that means bringing more visitors into our city, and if that means we have to support our Houston airport system to bring more air service between Africa and Houston, we are going to do that. That's all I have to say. It's an honor to have you. I also want to shout out to Damola to give you an idea of how we're promoting Houston these days. Last year we took Damola out with us to Mexico, where he performed in front of our top clients in media to show off how great our city is. So thank you guys. We're going to continue to do that. Enjoy yourselves and enjoy this amazing Africa Day.
Thank you so much. And of course, community events are not possible at all without the support of local businesses. We're also talking about specifically Wazobia African Market. I think he has a huge fan club here today, so let's bring him up here again. One of our main sponsors again, Mr. Tunde Messina, the CEO of Houston African Market Giant. Come on up and give us a few words.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As always, it's a real pleasure to be here. I had a whole speech written, but I've been told to keep it short. So I'll do my best to keep it under 3 minutes. The main thing I wanted to say today was to express my enduring gratitude to a man that I'm privileged to call my friend. And I've just seen Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee walking. Please help me give her a shout out. Welcome. We really appreciate you coming today. And we hear you're running for mayor. There you go. Next mayor. We pray to God for your success. And we will be there to support you. I want to express my extreme gratitude to a man that has inspired me since I've known him. We first met when he came to open our second location. I was surprised he came. And he has been a very good friend to us. He has inspired us in the theme of inclusivity, diversity, and the progress of the African in diaspora as well as the African nation. I take all my cues of leadership from him. The ability to bring people of diverse communities to speak in one voice, that we are one in this world. It's an incredible future, which I hope to emulate only a fraction. This year will be our last year of celebrating Africa Day. And we wish him well. We want him to know that we as a group, we as a nation, we as a continent have your back wherever you go. We will stand with you as you have stood with us, and we will pray for you to make sure that your next adventure, your next endeavor is as successful as your last one. So, with that, please, I would hope that you stand up with me and salute the greatest man in the entire world, Mayor Sylvester Turner. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. And I wish you all a happy good evening and enjoy Wazobia food, I beg. Thank you.
And you know, finally, Chevron. Chevron has been a true supporter of the African engagements in Houston. A lot of you may remember the African Energy Summit that we had last year, and also, of course, Houston Africa Day. They've supported that as well. And we thank you so much. And representing Chevron tonight is Mr. Clay Neff, President of Chevron International E&P. Come on up, Clay.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for that kind introduction. And just first off to Honorable Mayor Turner, Representatives Sheila Jackson-Lee, members of the state legislature, as well as the Houston City Council, and all of our excellencies from our representing African countries around the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a pleasure to be with you today to celebrate Africa Day. And it's really special to me because of the employees I represent in Africa in our international business. And look, I want to also say how important it is for this city's business community, the African diaspora, the African diplomatic community, and all of you joining us in highlighting the continent's huge contributions to the United States and the world. And I do want to thank Mayor Turner, with your vision, your energetic leadership and actions, without that, we would not be here. And Africa Day was your brainchild, and you have been a catalyst for Houston being a major U.S. trading partner for Africa. So thank you for that. And so please give Mayor Turner a round of applause. And I do think, as a result of Mayor Turner's leadership, the city of Houston and many African countries have experienced considerable economic growth that has impacted not only the financial standing, but also has resulted in jobs and better standard of living for the citizens in our African country and our partners. So thank you for that. And I will tell you that you are leaving a legacy, and you are leaving a rich legacy, and your impact is going to be felt with us for many decades to come. So thank you. We will continue to support the city of Houston. We will continue to support Africa Day and your vision for the future of U.S.-Africa business relations. So occasions like this where we come together in person, it really presents opportunities to strengthen relationships and form new partnerships. So thank you, Mayor Turner. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So I just wanted to say just a couple quick things about Chevron in Africa, because I think it really points to the importance of long-term partnerships, sustained partnerships. And we have continued to partner with many of the African countries. And I wanted to just give you a few examples to give you a flavor of that. In 2022, we renewed key operated and non-operated deepwater leases with the federal government of Nigeria. Also, last year, we acquired an 80% interest in a block in Namibia, which we'll be exploring in Africa. In 2022, our subsidiary in Angola, where we've been for over 60 years, and our Block Zero partner started production from another offshore field in Angola, and that's resulting in building in-country capability to align with our vision in Angola, where made in Angola by Angolans for Angolans. And through the first 5 months of 2022, we are making a lot of progress in other countries. In particular, in Equatorial Guinea, we just signed an agreement with the Equatorial Guinea government, with our partner there, to continue to build out the natural gas hub in the country to help supply LNG, LPG, and other products to global markets. And in Egypt, just recently we announced a discovery in Egypt in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. And we're looking forward to continuing to drill there in many years to come. And in February, we signed a memorandum of understanding with Egypt to share best practices and expertise related to reducing methane emissions. We believe that reducing carbon intensity in our industry is an important step to addressing climate change, and collaboration in this area is particularly important. In fact, yesterday we just hosted delegations from Algeria, Egypt, and Libya at our Integrated Operations Center and toured our assets in the Permian Basin here in Texas, demonstrating Chevron's capabilities and how we detect methane emissions and how we repair leaks and improve air quality. And on May 18th this year, there was a bilateral treaty signed between the Republic of Equatorial Guinea and the Republic of Cameroon. And this agreement paves the way for joint development of oil and gas reserves that cross the two countries' maritime border in the Gulf of Guinea, including some of our Chevron-operated fields. I share these developments not to brag on our country, but to also recognize our employees here in the U.S., but also our many employees in the countries working in Africa for what we do day in and day out to really create long-term partnerships in Africa, which is really key to the future. And one area is really I wanted to highlight is our commitment to working with all our partners to advance the energy transition. And I think we all believe the future of energy is lower carbon, and we're lowering the carbon intensity of all our operations, but it's important that it's a just energy transition for all countries involved. So there's really 3 points I want to leave you with this evening, and is the first with our Chevron Way philosophy, which is really when we work with countries and develop those long-term partnerships, it is about championing diversity, inclusion, and equality in every place we operate around the world. And for example, on the continent of Africa, where we have thousands of employees, we have some very large businesses. Over 90% of our employees are local national employees at all levels of leadership and in technical positions and operating our assets, and we're very, very proud of that. The second point I want to emphasize is that there's every reason for us to all be optimistic about Africa's economic forecast, because it surpasses every continent around the globe. And the third point that I want to really leave you with is, from all of those that are representing countries in Africa, just, you know, the diverse, magnificent countries with the human resources and natural resources, magnificent, unparalleled beauty, I just want to congratulate you on this Africa Day. You have so many reasons to celebrate and be proud of your heritage on Africa Day. I can tell you personally, having lived some of eight years of my life, some of the best years of my life in Nigeria and Angola, Africa is a very special place in my heart. So I just want to leave you with, Mayor Turner, we're going to continue to support your legacy here at Africa Day in the city of Houston. And I want to just tell you that we have many reasons to continue to support our relationship with the countries in Africa. Great seeing you all today. Have a great celebration. Thank you very much.
Can we give a round of applause to our sponsors again, please? Seriously, without them, we wouldn't be able to do what that we do here to support the community, especially supporting Africa Day and the Houston Energy Summit. We thank you all. So, we're going to bring up our next performer. I'm excited about this one. I was speaking to Sahira Belladon. She is a dancer and Dan Hamadan, an instrumentalist playing the oud. And we were talking, she is a belly dancing expert. I took a belly dancing class and I was hooked. So you guys are you're in for a treat. It's gonna be amazing. Hailing from the heart of Egypt, she is here to enchant us with her captivating Egyptian belly dancing. Prepare to be mesmerized by Sahira's graceful movements, intricate choreography, and the alluring rhythms of Egyptian music. Let's give a warm Houston welcome to Sahira Belladon as she takes us on a mesmerizing journey through the magical world of Egyptian belly dance. Give a round of applause, y'all.
Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good time. I'll be performing a song, Egyptian song for Iggy Studio to bring you. just
Thank you. Awesome. Okay, well, of course, now is that time we get to introduce the man of the hour or this afternoon, Mayor Sylvester Turner. By the way, guys, as you have heard over and over, this is the mayor's final Africa Day, at least as the mayor of the city of Houston. And we have to give him credit because Houston Africa Day started because of Mayor Turner and his commitment to increase engagements within the African community and the continent. So we're here because of the mayor. And as I mentioned earlier, this year's Africa Day not only celebrates Africa, but also honoring Mayor Turner and the city of Houston, his leadership, his personal character that really inspires so many of us to work together and to exemplify the fact that we are truly stronger when we do work together and when we are together. We are grateful for everyone here and all who have served under his leadership, his entire team who's worked so hard. And personally, this is my third year up here emceeing this event, and I'm here because of the mayor and his team. And I just want to say I moved to Houston 7 years ago to work on TV here, and a lot of the opportunities that I get are because of the mayor and his staff opening doors, opening stages for me to be up here. And I just want to say personally, I'm so grateful. We're so grateful for you. So let's welcome up our mayor, Mayor Sylvester Turner.
Thank you. Please give it up to Jonathan and Goshi for the night. The two MCs, please give it up to them. Really appreciate them. I know, Jonathan, this has been the third or fourth year being the MC, and Goshi, I think this is first or second? Yeah, first, and then the African Energy Summit. Look, let me just say good evening to everyone, certainly to the ambassador of the African Union, to Hilda Mafosi. Let me thank you. You come every single year. So please give it up to the leader of the African Union. Thank you so very, very much. And I know, as we said today during lunch, you cleared your calendar for this particular event, so thank you so very, very much. To all of the excellencies from, we have Tanzania, from Cambia, thank you also very much. To all the other representatives of the other African countries, thank you for being present. Look, I'm not going to speak a long time. You've heard from a lot of people. This is, I want to say thank you. I want to start off, though, by acknowledging my members of City Council who are here or who were here, and someone who has just been very committed and very concerned and engaged in the African continent, and that's Councilmember Carla Cisneros. Carla Cisneros, please stand up. Thank you so very much. When we make our trip in July, she's already expressed an interest. She wants to be on that trip. So thank you so very much for everything that you do. And then I want to appreciate all of the other council members who come in, have gone out, to Commissioner Rodney Ellis, State Representative Ron Reynolds, to Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. I want to thank all of them for their presence and their participation. Look, to all of my city directors, if you're a city director, please stand up wherever you are. If you're a city director, stand up, wave your hand. Thank you all so very, very much. Appreciate all of you. Thank you. And then to the Mayor's Office of Trade and International Affairs, if you all would just come on up and stand on the stage with me, I appreciate it. Andy, why don't you just come and stand with him too? Chris Olson, Monster Denton, come on. Jose, Jessica. We talked about Africa Day starting 6 years ago. But let me tell you, the original idea of Africa Day started with this group. This was the group that brought it to me, and this is the group that has helped to push it every single year. They put the time, the effort, the energy in it, helped design it, and they've done an exceptional job. This is the team that travels with me when I go. And so please give it up to the Mayor's Trade and International Affairs team. As you can see, they are diverse. They represent the diversity of our city. Look, this is the 6th year. And even though my term is coming to an end at the end of this year, it does not mean that Africa Day comes to an end, okay? So I am segueing off as Mayor of the City of Houston. Africa Day continues. So I hope you will continue to put it on your calendar. And it's my hope that based on what has been done, your presence here today, our excellencies who are here, who have supported this Africa Day, the fact that it has grown from City Hall now to the George R. Brown, that it will continue. It is important for it to continue, not for Sylvester Turner, but it's important to continue for the relationship building between Houston and Africa. That's extremely important, and I hope that you will make sure, we will all make sure that it will continue. So that's important. It is the 6th, will not be the final. Lastly, let me just say to you, we recognize the importance of Africa. Okay, we recognize the importance. I do want to thank the sponsors. I want to thank Wazobia Tandi. I can't say enough for my brother and their support over the years. I want to say thank you to Houston First, who really undergird this event right here where we are. So Houston First, I want to give a big shout out to Chevron for their participation and their involvement from day one. Really appreciate that. And we are encouraging other businesses, companies, corporations to do more business in Africa. That's critically important. I don't want to hear so much about other countries doing business. The United States companies need to be doing more. We want to do that. Houston happens to be Africa's 2nd leading trading partner, but 2nd is not 1st. So we want to be first in Africa's trading partner, and we do that by building relationships. And then when President Biden had his African Leadership Summit earlier, I think it was end of last year, December of last year, there was only but one city really that was mentioned and included in that summit, and that was the city of Houston. And so we want to make sure that we're doing our part in building that relationship, not just with one country in Africa or 2 countries, but with the continent as a whole. Because Houston has a large African diaspora right here in the city of Houston. And you can see when you look around this room, those who are here and those that are not in this room. So look, it has been the honor on my part to be a part of Africa Day. It has come a long way from where it started, but it is still not where it needs to be. So it needs to grow and grow and grow. And with your help and participation, it will grow. So again, I want to thank you. The African Energy Summit last September was terrific. It was a huge success, but we want to build on top of that. So I know people have said, Mayor, thank you, and, but let me just say this. I'm not done yet. My last day is on December 31st at 11:59. But for the rest of May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December, we still have a lot of work to do. And so over the next several months, we will plan for Africa Day for next year. I don't know who the next mayor will be, but I know who the mayor is right now. So we will build the city for the future. But I want to thank all of you in this because we're not just talking about strangers. You are my friends. And you are friends of this city. And for many, if not most of you in this room, Houston is your city. And you come from Africa, you're now living in this city. Houston is your second home. But Houston is your city. I want to thank my couple right here at this table. Stand up, my king and queen right here. Because they are the ones that designed this background in front of us. So I love you dearly and appreciate you. Thank you all so very much. To all the performers, the dancers, and I choreographed, when the brothers were up here doing their stomps, I started to join them. Next time. But to the belly dance, I can't get that one. Want to thank you. But to all of the performers, to our amazing singer, thank you so very, very much. And with that, look, enjoy the rest of the evening, and I am done. One last thing. Ambassador, if you will come, Your Excellencies, if you all will come and stand with me. This is a special day for our city, and again, it is symbolic of the relationship that we have with the African continent. And we certainly value it, and we want to build on top of it. So this is the 6th annual Africa Day, and I have the privilege as mayor, at least in this final year, with me being mayor, of saying, therefore I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proudly proclaim this day, May 19, 2023, as Africa Day 2023 in the City of Houston. Thank you all so very much for supporting this event.
the Almighty Father blessing for all that He's doing to Africa to be one, to unite with America. It's going to be well with you. God save.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. And all my directors will take note. My chief of staff, Tasha, and all of my directors, Marcia, all of y'all take note. Rhonda. So when I come in on Monday, please rise. Thank you all so very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. By virtue of the power vested in me, I shall get 2 more years as mayor of the city of Houston. All right, thank you all. Let me bring back Jonathan and Roshi. Let me bring them back. Thank you all. Love y'all. Thank you. Thanks, Oliver.